What's up, YouTube? This is Shaw Boys 2324, aka Henry Scarborough Jr., and this is another DVD review of the best of Sting through this set. Let's take a look back. It says against any army of shadow lies a dark warrior, the purveyor of good, with a voice of silence and a mission of justice. This is Sting. Says the battle between good and evil casts a dark shadow over his soul, but through all transformations, one man remained the lone symbol of an era. Sting became the franchise of WCW almost instantly when he arrived and carried the company's banner through to its final match in 2001. Whether casting his piercing war cry into the sky or descending from it with the somber stone-faced determination, Sting captivated wrestling fans from all walks of life. Now celebrate the icon with this collection of matches and moments guaranteed to strike fear into the black hearts of all evildoers. See, you got a picture of Sting doing a Stinger splash on Booker T. Apparently, with this picture in the middle is fake Sting, and then this one is a face-off of between Hogan and Sting at Starrcade 97. This is Spring Surfer Sting. Got a cool looking picture of Sting on top. It says it's featuring revolutionary clashes with Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight Championship. Battles against classic WCW stars such as Diamond Dallas Page, Vader, Nikita Koloff, the Steiner Brothers, Nasty Boys, and more. His ongoing quest to eradicate the land of the NWO and all betrayers to this cause excuse me, features vignettes paying tribute to his enigmatic persona and accomplishments, rare pre-WCW matches featuring the Ultimate Warrior, Stinger Splash, the Scorpion Deathlock, ominous entrances, ghostly face paint, and everything else you love about Sting finally unleashed with this art from the archives. This is a 7-hour set. Let me open it up. See, you got WCW Monday Night Nitro, Sting pointing, March 16, 1997. Then got Starrcade, December 28, 1997, with Sting holding the championship. Alright, open up again. Behind this one, Sting, Surfer Sting. Behind this two, got Crow Sting, where he's walking, the face paint that he's rocking right now. And then you got Wolfpack Sting. Third disc. Alright, let's get into the matches. First off, it says, if you can read it, it says bringing the game up a level. Basically, it talks about how, like, he has to bring, like, before he got into, like, NWA, he really was, like, starting to, like, lift weights, him and the Ultimate Warrior. And, pretty much that's about it. And then you got the first match, UWF Power Pro Wrestling, April of 1986. Blade Runners featuring the Ultimate Warrior and Sting versus Brett Wayne Sawyer and Sean O'Reilly. This is a okay match, but remember I just said it's okay. Like the first disc, some of the matches are good, and then others are like, but They don't like. I don't think there's no match unless you go to the third disc where it really like sucks. Then you got the second match, which is the NWA Southern Pro Wrestling, May 19, 1987. Sting and Rick Steiner versus Mike Rotundo, aka the guy who played IRS, and Ron Simmons. This is also a good match. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a good match. I think the Sting and Steiner won this match, and then you got On the Map, where like this is that time where like Sting was really really on the map. Like he was very much like everybody like knew Sting. So yeah, main event October 2nd, 1988. Sting versus Stan Lane. This is alright decent match. It's forgettable, but it's not really the most memorable. You got Sting versus Butch Reed, main event of March 26, 1989. This is again an alright match, but but again it's forgettable. Superstar. This is when he became on the superstar level. The match in like WCW World Championship Wrestling. April 1st, 1989, NWA World Television Television Championship match between Sting versus Mike Rotundo. Again, this is a good match. Mike Rotundo is, I believe, is underrated as a wrestler. Like how good he is. And then WCW Power Hour, August 18, 1989. This was also a good match. I think I might be wrong if I'm mistaken. Got stopped. This match got stopped by the by the Four Horsemen, I think. But don't quote me on that. WCW Power Hour, September 1st, 1989. NWA World Television Championship match, Sting versus the Great Muta. When I first saw this match, I was like, the Great Muta. I was like, man, this guy, Great Muta is a great wrestler, but I wish he would retire right now, though. That's just me. Sting, I believe Sting won this match. Beach Blonde Rivalry. This was like the rivalry between Sting and Ric Flair. And I believe this next match, this is where he first won the world title. I'm not really sure. But NWA World Championship match, Great American Bash, July 7th, 1990, Sting versus Ric Flair. I believe this really elevated Sting, and I think Sting obviously won this match. And the match before it, where against Ric Flair, was like the precursor to how great matches him and Ric Flair had over the years, I believe. And then main event, September 2nd, 1990, where it was a non-title match between Sting versus Dutch Mantel, a.k.a. Zeb Coulter. This was when I first saw that, I did not know that until I watched this match. I did not know that Dutch Mantel or Zeb Coulter was actually a good wrestler. Like, it's crazy. I did not know that though. Then you get to disc 2. This one was alright. Disc 2, I believe, was better. Like, the match quality was better. That's just in my opinion. Then you got the face of WCW. At that time, he really started to become the face of WCW. So, the Clash of Champions, June 14, 1991, Sting versus Nikolai Koloff. This was an underrated match, I believe, though. And then I think Sting, and this was like a bit of rivalry It was really going like back and forth in this match. And then Tokyo, Japan, January 4th, 1992, Sting and Great Muta versus the Steiner Brothers. This. I'm not even gonna lie. This is actually a good tag team match. Sting and the Great Muta had really good chemistry. Obviously going against the Steiner Brothers, you kind of need to have good chemistry, or else you're not gonna really like do good in that match, though. And then the Vader rivalry. Sting said, I believe, like, Sting said, like, he said that, like, for a big guy who can move like that, can do moonsaults off the top rope, like, him and Vader had, like, great, every time when Vader and Sting, like, hooked up in a match, like, it was always a good match, because he could really work with Vader. He could really work with Vader. And also the Sting versus Vader match, that was actually a good match, though. I believe Sting won by roll-up. I'm not really sure. And then you got WCW World Championship Wrestling, February 22nd, 1992. Sting and Barry Windham and Ricky Steamboat, excuse me, and Dustin Rhodes versus the Dangerous Alliance. This was actually a good match. Though it was actually crazy to see Dustin Rhodes in his early days before he became Goldust in the WWE. That was actually nice to see. WCW Saturday Night, June 13, 1992, Sting versus Diamond Dallas Page. This was like way before it was Diamond Dallas's time when he won the World Championship, though. But again, like, this is actually a good match, though. This is actually a good match, though. I'm not gonna like lie to you. This actually is really, really good match, though. Excuse me. Then you got the next match, WCW Saturday Night, February 6, 1993. Sting versus Barry Windham. I believe the Four Horsemen had interfered in this match. I'm not really sure, but this is actually a good match. Barry Windham was really like good in this match, though. I don't think really like Sting in his early years had like a bad match with anybody. I think it was like till his like later years, like in his teenage run, where he really had, especially like against like his real late years against like Magnus or something like that. Like he really tried to have a good match, but it really didn't turn out, though. But luckily, when he faced Triple H at WrestleMania, he really surprised all of us at how he still got it, though. I'm getting off topic here. Face paint. How he talks. Sting talks about like if it's like he just draw whatever he really wanted to. It's not really like much when he put face paint on. Like, for example, like the Great American Bash, he had like the flag, the American flag, and everything, stars, the stripes, and all that. And then like certain matches, he had like like yellow or black on, or like orange. Like he really like his fit, and one thing like you really can tell like against like Sting fans is like that face paint and his t-shirt. It was like really cool at that time. Sting versus Stunning Steve Austin, WCW Pro Wrestling, January 8th, 1994. This was actually a good match, though. This was like, I think at the time, like Sting was like very over. Stunning Steve Austin was, I believe, was untreated. Had bad treatment in WCW, but that was just my opinion. Viewer's Choice, Nitro, November 6th, 1995. Sting versus Ric Flair. I believe Sting won with the Scorpion Deathlock, and then it took like referees and almost every babyface in the pack just to stop the match. So it was actually kind of a good match. Again, every time Sting and Ric Flair face each other. It's an average to very, very good match. And then you got Nitro, July 8th, 1996, Sting versus Arn Anderson. This was I believe this was the night after the Great American Bash incident when the NWO faced up. NWO came together for the first time. And then, I think, Sting had cut a promo on Hulk Hogan saying, the fans should stick it. No. He said that, no, you stick it. I thought it was kind of funny. Not even gonna lie. It was hilarious. WCW Saturday Night, July 27, 1996. Sting and Macho Man Randy Savage versus Natchez Boys. Again, this was a alright match. Decent. It was very quick, too. And then Sting and Macho Man cut a promo at the end. Talk about the NWO. And then you got Disc 3, which I believe it can be argued as a good disc, but at the same time it also can be argued as the worst disc on this DVD. The Crow, how he talked about Scott Hall gave him the idea that he should be the Crow, and he should not really just stand there and not really do anything. And that was actually kind of cool to see, especially back then. It was really cool about the NWO. I'm getting off topic here. And then Sting becomes a free agent, basically cuts a promo on October 21st, 1996. Basically the NWO came out saying that he should join with the MWO, but then Sting said they didn't have no price. I don't think that the NWO could afford neither WCW, so he officially became a free agent. That doesn't mean that he was gonna switch to WWE. He was just he wasn't. He had to really stayed off the distance. And then you got Starrcade, December 28th, 1997, WCW World Championship match, Sting versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I believe this was actually a good match, though. I'm not even gonna lie. This was a decent though, but I think this is really, even though Sting got dominated in the match, and then the end of the match was weird. I don't know really how to explain it. Though I think in my other videos I explain what had happened at Starrcade 97. But Sting won the championship from Hollywood Hulk Hogan after all this time. And then you got the Scorpion Deathlock. He talks about how I think he got that submission move in Japan. I'm not really sure about who. You could look it up. I don't know. I know he got it from Japan, but I don't know who he got it from though. And he saw it's oh, that's very cool. Basically, Scorpion Deathlock's it's the sharpshooter. Only it's just your version of it. It's just his version of it. That's it's not really anything really different. And then you got Nitro, February 16, 1998, Sting and Lex Luger versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. I think this match and almost every other match got invaded. NWO keep on invading them at the end of the match. It wasn't really any clean finishes compared to Disc 1 and Disc 2 where he had clean finishes. Whereas Disc 3, most of it, the matches didn't really end clean. So yeah. You got Nitro. You got Nitro. April 6, 1998, Sting versus Kevin Nash. This ended in disqualification where Hogan attacked. I believe he attacked Sting, and then Kevin Nash got mad. He was about to kill Hogan, I'll tell you that much. Then you got Thunder. On April 22nd, 1998, Sting versus Scott Steiner. This was all right match. Sting cut a promo about how Kevin Nash was very funny on the mic or whatever. I mean, Kevin Nash is he's very cool, very funny guy, though. I'm not gonna like sit here and say he's not. Then you got the Wolfpack Hal. For like during his like Crow years, he basically didn't really talk that much. But then when he got to the Wolfpack, he was cutting promos. He was feeling like the old Sting. You know what I mean? Then you got Nitro, June 15, 1998, Sting and Kevin Nash versus Harlem Heat. I think this is for the tag team championships though, but I'm not really sure if it wasn't. But I believe that. I think like Sting came out, and then he chose his partner, and it was Kevin Nash of the Wolfpack. So yeah, he thought it was gonna be Lex Luger, but it wasn't. Then you got Nitro, October 12th, 1998, Sting and Warrior versus Bret the Hitman Hart and Hollywood Hogan. This was alright, and then the NWO invaded. Oh my god. It got to a point where, oh my god, it's like the match didn't even matter. It's just NWO invaded. And then you got Sting versus Bret Hitman Hart, Nitro, October 1998. Almost same thing happened, I believe. Then you got the and then another chapter is like the Rafters, how he was basically stuck up in the rafters for a long period of time, and then like how he got off when he did oh my god, like it was very cool, but I'll say poor Owen Hart on that one. Good thing WCW had money back then. Just saying. Then you got the next match, Nitro, June 7th, 1999, Sting versus Macho Man Randy Savage. This is alright match. I think the NWO invaded this match too. I'm not really sure though. Then you got WCW Nitro, July 31st for a WCW Championship match, Sting versus Booker T. This was alright. For a Booker T match, Booker T was good. He was a good wrestler back then. I'm not even kidding. Like he was very good though. And then you got Thunder, September 13th, 2000, 2 out of 3 falls match, Sting versus Jeff Jarrett. Oh boy, it's not that the match sucked. No, it's not even that. It's just, I don't know. WCW was just bad. It was in bad shape, very bad shape, especially in 2000. Oh my god, it was so bad. It sucked so bad. It's like at that time, it's like, man, it's a good thing WCW closed down. Just saying. And then you got and for some reason in the match, Sting counted 1, 2, 3 and told the guy who does the ring bell to ring the bell when he won the match. So I don't know what happened. Then you got Sting, Booker T, and Goldberg versus Jeff Jarrett and Chronic. It's alright. Nothing really. It's just decent overall. It's whatever. Then you got Nitro, March 26, 2001, Sting versus Ric Flair. His last match in WCW, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because I think it's like 2005 or 2006 he came back to the ring in TNA. But overall, in Sting versus Ric Flair, this is decent. I wish they could have did better though, but hey, that's just me. Well, overall, this DVD is not bad. If you're a Sting fan, I would suggest you pick it up. But in my opinion, Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers. When I first watched Sting, it was in his TNA run, so it was in his TNA run, so it wasn't really much. I didn't really see Sting in WCW that much until I watched this DVD. and other DVDs that I have in my collection. And then this DVD didn't have no. Most of the matches were like TV matches, which is actually not too bad though. But I wish there was like better matches on here. But it's overall not a bad DVD. It's just this 3 is not that good. There's like one good match on here, and that's the Sting and Hogan, and then everybody else it was like It's like it's not really that good. This 1 and this 2, I'll really like I'll get it just because of those 2 discs. I can't really. It's even though, but and then like. I just want to like discuss real quick of the WrestleMania 31 match between Sting and Triple H. Oh my! Like it was a great match with NWO interfering, and then DX came. My only gripe about that match was just Triple H won. I really hope that Triple H didn't win that match, but then that's just me. And then they shook hands. If Sting had won that match and they shook hands, that's different. That it would make sense. But since Triple H won and he shook hands, it's kind of odd. I think Sting has a bright future in WWE. Like I don't know if he's gonna win the world title or not, but I pray to God that in WrestleMania 32, I want to see Sting and Undertaker. It's a dream match. We already got Taker and Bray Wyatt. That's also a dream match. So he probably gonna put over Taker's probably gonna put over Bray Wyatt later down the line. So don't calm down, Bray Wyatt fans. He's gonna be fine. Sting, however, I don't know what Sting gonna do now. I hope that Sting has a match, maybe even a rematch at SummerSlam or Survivor Series or something like that. But Other than that, Sting is in good shape right now. I'm glad that he's in the WWE, and hope he even despite his loss, like it's a nice sight to see Sting in the WrestleMania. It was nice. I'm not even gonna kid you. It was very cool moment. Yes, the NWO and DX was also a cool moment, and then it was weird that he sided with the NWO, the original NWO, but that's getting off topic here. Otherwise, this is actually good. I recommend it. I hope that we get a documentary of Sting, a Sting documentary in the future. But anyways, that's it from me. I had to get this video out the way. I have to go back to college like tomorrow, so I try to get this video out the way so I don't forget. More videos to come, hopefully, if Lord's will. That's it from me. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.